as the process starts, I'm surrounded, my body and my perception is surrounded by a group of people, and they start humming, which to me is them raising the vibration around the body. And so they all reach out their hands and grab for me, and I see myself have 20 hands so that I can grab all of these hands that are surrounding me. And so there's this connection with the physical or the physicality of these people reaching out to me reaching out back to them and connecting, and they're humming and they're raising my vibration, and it feels really amazing. Then all of a sudden I see out of my body comes like what I would assume or consider to be like an astral body, but it wasn't an astral body. It was like this invisible outline, see-through invisible outline of my body. And so it raises up outside of my head and starts floating towards the door, the portal that is going to start to engage me with your energy. And so I'm like, this is interesting. So I'm not really sure what this represents at this point. And so I'm now following the this invisible outline of the body move through the portal. And as it moves through the portal, it's surrounded by just blue sky and absolutely nothing. And so I get the thought that there's nothingness, right? So, and as soon as I get that thought, then it the body drops down to the ground and starts to go on another process. So then this body starts to walk into what seems to be a very scary forest. And I get that vision of Snow White when she runs through the forest, and everything starts to become very scary. The trees have faces, and their branches are their hands, and they start grabbing. And so this invisible body starts running through the forest, and these trees and everything are grabbing at it. And as it just becomes too much, it basically passes out and then awakens, and now it's united with the physical body, and as one being, then then the world kind of changes, and there's color, and the little forest animals are around. And so it seems, so what I'm getting is that in this clear, see-through, transparent body, there's fear and there's fright, and things are scary and attacking, and then in the connected body, it seems like there's support, and there's love, and there's happiness. And so then we move to a door of a big building, and as we walk through the door, your records are huge and lined with all these books, which to me shows so much lifetime and wisdom, right? And so as I walk in, the books and everything starts elevating, and it's like another story gets added, and another story gets added, and another story gets added, and it skyrockets up so high with all these different levels and staircases. And the bottom level is now all cinder block. So as we walk in, the access to this wisdom, it all grows, and it grows out of reach. And so then I call on your higher self, and I ask your higher self, what's for this person's highest good to know at this moment in time. And the higher self basically says that there's what we were witnessing. So the higher self takes me back on the pattern of what got us here, and helps me to start putting things together, and says that in the physical body there's connection, and there's understanding and support, but then there's this transfer into the mental body. And in the mental body, or when you're in your left brain, or when you allow this component of yourself to take over, it's fear, and it's anguish, and it's scared, and there's no connection, and there's no access to this wisdom and this everything that's here to support you. And so, and I feel like there's a lot of this throughout the day, detaching and living in this mental body. And I feel like there's these two bodies that you're living in. There's this physical body, and then there's this mental body that you're living in. And the mental body is very left brain. It's very linear. It all focuses on analyzing the past and creating future scenarios and future outcomes. And so I feel like when you're in life and not focused on being in the physical, you get detached into this component of yourself that is basically fear and scary and it's just not a healthy state to be living in, because it's all mental created and it's all scenario created. It feels like it's taking past situations and reviewing those and then creating all these future outcomes, and it's keeping you locked in this kind of pattern of living when you're in this. So I asked your higher self, so what, how can you be more in the physical body? What are practices that'll help you in the physical body? And basically got that. So there's a few things. So number one, it's grounding and presence. So I know this is a hard thing for anybody to do, to stay grounded and present in their life. But I saw this, when you can stay grounded and present, that this mental body unites with the physical body, and it starts to change and become more aware and more accepting of the support and the help and the happiness that's around it. And so basically, the guidance I was given to help you stay connected in the physical body was 3 things. So number 1 is breath, number 2 is heartbeat, number 3 is your tongue. So with your breath, you need to constantly focus on your breathing. By focusing on your breathing, you're going to pull the mental body into the physical body, and it's not going to be allowed to almost wander and pull you outside of the physical and take you on these like fearful journeys. And so by connecting with your breath and just being aware that you're breathing, this is going to help you stay in your physical body. Number 2 is your heartbeat. So by focusing in on your heartbeat and feeling your heartbeat, it's going to also keep this kind of left brain mental body locked into the physical body, and it's going to allow you the comfort of having the support and the feelings of love surrounding you. The third thing is your tongue. So always trying to start to notice where your tongue is in your mouth. If your tongue is pointed up behind your top teeth, behind your front 2 teeth, you're in your mental body. If your tongue is locked down, relaxed position behind the bottom front 2 teeth, then you're in the physical body. So these are 3 things that you can start to incorporate now that will help keep you in your physical body. And I saw that they showed me like you walking in a grocery store, and this is probably more for me because I hate the grocery store, and this is where I lose my mental body. But so being in a situation, I saw like just an everyday situation that this invisible part of you, this mental body, will detach, and you just start to go into this fear mode because you're not staying present in the body. And so they just said to these 3 things, the breath, the heartbeat, and the tongue, are going to help keep you locked in your physical body. And then honestly, by just they even showed me like touching your body. Like, so I think there's something called tapping, and I think it's like a treatment for like anxiety or some of these things, patterning, past the I don't know, problematic conditions that people try and get over. I think tapping is almost something, I don't know if it's from psychology or if it's what, but like tapping the body to help to relieve patterning and these kind of like haunting memories. And so they were showing me tapping your body too. So that might be something to look into. So with light and love.